It's interesting as a writer, especially when you're writing something long form, and you're writing this kind of a show. What I'm about to say is not going to affect if you're writing Scrubs, I assume. I was going to say House, but like this actually came up in House, so I'll say Scrubs. Like a comedy, like Community. It never came up in Community. But when you're writing this kind of a show, you face the choice. Okay, am I ever going to have my character kill somebody? If they do, when and why? Some people never cross that line. Like, I don't think Buffy ever killed a human being. No, she never killed a human being. Even as a mercy kill, she couldn't even do it. Like, there was a situation where she could do it to save the world or save, somebody coming back and getting vengeance on her in a couple of years. She couldn't do it. So, they made the active choice when they were writing Buffy the Vampire Slayer that, like, she is never going to kill an innocent human being. But Willow did. That's an interesting choice. Same show, different character. I don't think Xander did. I don't. No, Xander never killed an innocent. Well, never killed a human being. We'll put it that way. Innocent really doesn't even have anything to do with it. Like, um, Buffy never killed any human being, even if they were evil. Willow did, Xander didn't. So that was a choice I made. And so that isn't even this kind of show. Anime, my point is, like, anime seems to be a lot more carefree with this kind of thing. They will have characters who don't kill people. I don't think Gon killed a human being in Hunter x Hunter. Pretty sure it's the ant storyline is like starting to fade now, but I think when he got big, didn't he kill Cat Girl? I can't remember. He either did it or he was going to do it, and then something stopped him. I literally can't remember. But in general, let me think. Attack on Titan. Obviously, they killed people. Full Metal. I don't think that the two main protagonists killed any human beings. They may have killed some homunculi. I think they did. Actual human beings. I don't think so. You see how good I retain information. But nothing stands out. So that's the question here. Is Naruto ever going to kill somebody? I don't think he's going to kill this person here in episode, what are we up to? 18? He's not going to do it in episode 18. He may do it in episode 150, but he's not going to do it in episode 18. So that's the kind of what I'm talking about here. Like, I don't think he's going to kill Hayu or whatever the name is. Haiku. I don't think he's going to do it. And I think that, if you're going to try to make him do it, telling him your tragic backstory was not the way to get it to happen. I think that has the opposite effect. It makes him less likely to want to kill you. It even lowered my bloodlust a little bit, and I think you should die, right? But, like, the tragic backstory does have some impact. It cools my stone cold black heart a little bit. Obviously, you were dealt a shit hand by life. I understand. It sucks. You still shouldn't be evil. You should still die, but it does make me hesitate. So, it has an effect. But in this case, he's not going to do it. There's no way in hell. If you truly were trying to get him to do it, then you messed up by telling the story. But here's a question. Maybe what you're trying to do is you're trying to confront him with the fact that he's not a killer. Maybe you're trying to teach him something, trying to teach him a lesson. Say, look, man, you need to face the fact you're not a killer, so stop acting like you're a killer. Like when you first came in, you came in all Billy Badass like you were a killer, but you're not a killer. So stop playing, right? Stop playing at that. Stop cosplaying being a killer. Maybe that's the point. If that's not the character's point, maybe that's the writer's point. Get us thinking about that. That's what I think. So yeah, I don't think we're going to start this after we get past this stupid recap. I don't think we're going to be starting this episode with him murking Haiku. What's going to be more interesting is what happens in the other fight with Sensei and, was it Kashiga? I think he's done for. I think this is it for him. But I've thought that now for like 10 straight episodes, so let's go ahead and find out. Oh, one more thought just to cap off this conversation about, when you decide a character should kill. There's different ways that can take place. On Arrow, they start off with Oliver being a killer. In the entire series, they try to transition him away from being a killer and deal with the repercussions and the fallout of him being a killer. Then you have other shows where somebody doesn't become a killer until late in the series. I'm trying to think of a good example of that. I think Stargate SG-1, Daniel Jackson, he gets in a lot of fights and he has to shoot people. So I guess he kills a lot. But like, they were in the military, even though he wasn't officially a military member, and he did the least amount of killing of the four of them. But they never really dealt with the emotional repercussions of that. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you do it early in the series, then either your character is a killer for the entire series, which I guess we could say the people in Stargate SG-1 they were killers for the whole series. Uh, Jack O'Neill was a killer the entire series. He never had a problem with it. He never had PTSD behind it. Like he was a killer. Then Oliver Queen was a killer early and just wanted to stop being that and spent the rest of the series trying to be it. So they dealt with it. Here, if you have Naradu kill in episode 18, does that mean he's just going to be a killer for the whole series? But, like, it's about him. He has a darkness with him, a literal, tangible darkness within him that they don't want him to tap into. So I think him killing it all would probably help him tap into that. That's why I think it's too early. I think if you're going to do this, what you probably want to do is you want to probably have him his innocent phase. 100 episodes maybe. I don't know exactly how long the series is, but let's say a third of the series he has an innocent phase. And then you start off the second third of the series with him killing, maybe more than once. And by the start of the last third of the series, then you have him maybe turn away from killing if that's what you want to do with the story. I don't know what they want to do with the story. I'm assuming they don't want to be, yay, he's killing, yay, yay, yay. That's what I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. I mean, I've made assumptions about shows before and been wrong. So, it depends what they want to do with him, but I would predict if he's going to kill, and if I'm right about what they want to do overall with the series, it won't be for a long time. At least a third of the series will have gone by first. I just don't think it's going to happen here. But yeah, so sometimes the show can be about dealing with the fact you're a killer. And sometimes the show can just revel in you being a killer. And this doesn't seem like either one of those shows. This seems like the struggle to not ever be a killer. That's what show this seems like. And I could be wrong, but that seems like what we're doing. At any rate, let's go ahead and get into it. You know where we are. You know where we're going. Black screen this time. 3, 2, 1. Flashback? Is that you or is this new? Oh, it feels like a flashback, but a new flashback. This may be new material. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I'd almost forgot about this kid. And I had an emotional time with him last week. Yeah, man, that's the most emotional I've been for this whole series was when he got rescued. Why do I have to be old man Geechee? Can't I just be Geechee? I don't think it clicked in my head. At least I didn't remember from when they started. The fight's been going on for so damn long. Yeah. Whatever. We're gonna fight for you instead, then I guess. F it. Yeah. Anyway, I think it just clicked that they're actually fighting on the bridge that the fight is about. I kind of got lost in the sauce. I didn't realize that. I really like that. I like that the battleground is what is actually being fought over, right? It's like it's not like if you're fighting a civil war and you're fighting it in the White House. We're trying to replace the president. We're fighting it in the place where the president rules, right? Or a palace for a king. Or maybe there's laws that are unjust, so you fight it in the courthouse, right? They're fighting on the bridge. That is what the Gato has a problem with in the first place. That's right. You are old man Gitchy. He ain't listening to you, kid. Finally, you're finally listening to what he said. I agree with him all along. I'm telling you, man. Stop crying. Can't stand people who whine or complain or cry all the time. That's right. Hang your head in shame. Close your eyes in shame. I knew his head was going to be hanging. I didn't think about the closed eyes. Yep. Yeah. I'm kind of calling you a bitch made MFer. Kind of, if you read between the lines. Are you bitch made or not? Yeah. He's going to everybody. What are we going to do? I like this kid. I don't think he's going to be around much longer once the story arc's done. I think he's out of here, but he's awesome while he's here. Because they're all cowards. Then go fight by yourself. We do what we got to do. But that's one of the things when you have a fight the last 10 episodes. You kind of lose the symbology of what they're doing here. Yeah, you were all arrogant. Now we're going to have our flashback. Okay. I like how you wove that in there past the title sequence. So if you're a rogue ninja, who are your minions? Are they rogue minions? He is scum, like I said last time. I love that really big dog that's on his shoulder. That dog has a spike collar. That's right. Lightning sword, I believe he called it. I was close. It's time for me to light you up with this lightning. Let me explain to you exactly why I'm going to kick your ass. You will care. Like I said last time, he's trying to keep from having to kill you, but you're going to make him kill you. It's kind of the inverse of the other confrontation we have. He doesn't want to die, and oh boy doesn't want to kill him. Here, he wants to die, and Naradu does want to kill him but won't. In other words, Sensei doesn't want to kill Kashiga or whatever, but will. He wants to kill him but won't. It's like they're inverse, right? In every way, they're opposites. If you fail even once after 10 years and 1,000 fights, one failure, that's it, you're trash. No, you're more like
Sasuke.
you're more like Sasuke. I really believe it. I believe him and Sasuke are much more alike than these two. Really? Is he really going to do this? Again, for the second time in 3 episodes, the show's going to do something I don't believe they're going to do. I didn't believe they were going to kill Sasuke. And I don't believe you're going to kill this dude. I don't believe it. Yep. We've been staying here for so long. I feel like we should sit down. I'm getting tired. Actually, I think I've been doing it wrong. The sensei is Kashiga. Zabuka or whatever is the bad guy. I think I've been calling him Zabuka Kashiga or whatever. I'm telling you, man, keeping track of these names. It's a lot. Was he really going to do it? You're stopping. See, if you're stopping him, I mean, he made the choice. He was going to do it. That's interesting. He was going to kill him. It's very interesting. Just because you got stopped, that doesn't change the intention. But see, that's why you don't stand there talking to him, Naradu. You could have prevented this right here. I assume Haku came in and stopped the kill, right? It's hard to tell though the way they're editing in this. They love to hide their cards. They don't tell you right away what's happening. You have to kind of like wait for it, right? I assume that's Haku just stood in the way. Yeah. Hey man, don't leave yet, dogs. Yeah, that's right. Really drag it out. That's right. That was like a 60-second reveal. Interesting. That's a very interesting choice. So you keep Zabuka alive. All because Naradu couldn't finish the job back there. Yeah, it is. It's nothing's changed. Kakashi. Tell me, I'm gonna get this shit straight. I'm getting my ass kicking shoes on. And you got you a little crossbow, man. That might be useful. In anime, I told you like you can't tell the age of the characters, like the kids anyway. He could be 5, he could be 12, he could be 15. Who the hell knows? All I know is he's little and he's got a crossbow and he's ready to kick some ass. That's all you care about. That's right. You've got a helmet. It's very smart to have a helmet when you go to a fight. Yeah, you're never gonna see him again either. Hey, what's up, guys? So were you waiting here? If he didn't come out, you were just gonna go home? See, that's why you don't let them monologue. You just go and finish the job, man. Say, what's happening over there? Very interesting choice by the characters and by the writers. I don't think anybody expected it. Hey, he actually gives a crap. I wouldn't have called that. I didn't think he cared. Nah, that's why I thought you didn't care. Gotcha. That would really piss me off because when you don't care about your minions and you can laugh off their death, man, I just can't imagine being like that. A loyal minion is the most valuable thing in the world, man. You should treasure that shit. He don't give a crap. I need loyal people I will throw away like trash. Now, don't act like you're mad now. You don't care. You laughed. I heard you laugh. You don't give a crap. You're not mad. Yeah, I ain't watching nothing. Bring out the nine tails. They tease those nine tails, and I guess it came back because if nine tails fully come out, then the seal is broken, right? So, show's over. I assume. But in the moment, I thought it was coming out to play. Man, characters are dropping like flies, man. Yeah, yeah, it's about your ego. How about we just defeat the enemy however that happens? It can be 10 on 1. Who cares? Hey, how's it going? We're kind of in the middle of something. You useless block of wood. Yeah, I do have that made me double check the spelling that I've been using. It's just such a weird way to pronounce that word. That's why I can't remember it. That's right, kick his ass. Yeah, how about we get the hell out of here? Now we're going. Let's get the hell out of here. Should have done this 15 episodes ago. Whatever happens, he ain't going to complete his mission by killing the old man. Doesn't sound like they're pronouncing it the way they do here.
Sasuke.
Yeah, it actually kind of does, I think. I think he was saying Sasuke. We got to keep moving, man. We can go on Oprah and cry about this later. Or just move 100 feet away so the Zabuzuki can come over here and kill you. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just getting murdered over here. I feel the opposite way, man. You got to be able to compartmentalize. Yeah, she seems like a Hermione type, like the good with the theory, can really lock down the technique, but just doesn't have the genetics to be good at the magic part of it, right? That makes sense. Well, you have failed that question now, haven't you? It's different when you have to practically apply this thing, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not trying to be murdered on this bridge. This would have had more weight, like I said, if they had a couple other missions. If this was episode 30, where we could just feel the bond between them stronger. This doesn't feel like they had much time together. They probably did within the show continuity. They probably had a long time together. It's just what we saw on screen wasn't enough for me to feel emotional about that scene. Although the voice actor's doing an amazing job. She's really good. That was her crying was starting to get to me. He's done with you, man. He's about to. You had that savings throw, the D&D savings throw where Haku stepped in front of you and saved your ass, but now he's doing the Neo Matrix, right? Where like he's effortlessly stomping you out. He's got your number, boy. You're about to lay down there right next to that other person. Yeah, take his ass out. Yeah, you're too emotional. Yep. Can we kill this son of a bitch already? Yeah. Yeah. Now we get back to this dude. The guy I really hate. I really hate this dude, Gato. If that was Gato that we saw a quick flash of his feet, right? Not the triple take. Hey, man. Nice little backwards slice there. Yeah, so I dropped that sword. That ridiculously overlarge Ned Stark ice ass sword. He is messed up, man. That's when it's got over there, right? Wait a minute. What's with the bandages and stuff? No, that is got it. Okay. It's that booze. Well, crap. That's why we need the villagers with the pitchforks and torches. That's why the kid is rallying the troops. I didn't realize. I thought he's rallying the troops to finish this off. No. We've got a whole nother fight we're getting ready to have. I will say, I can't decide if the pacing is just off or not. Like, it just feels like we've been on this bridge and we've been having this fight forever, man. Forever. I know it hasn't been. And what must have this have felt like when you're watching a week when there's a week between? This is me. I watched an episode yesterday. This is my second episode today. And it still feels like it's dragging. What was it like? Like, because we're talking about if you're watching one episode a week, they've been on this bridge having this fight for almost 2 months. Like, you may have started at the beginning of June, and you're almost up to the end of July. And another thing too is like they keep doing the thing where Zabuze is almost going to die, and if something stops, they've done this like 5 times now. I remember the very first time this happened back when the first fight. We end an episode with the cliffhanger. He's got the knife in his throat, which is a badass cliffhanger, right? And I think that's how we ended the episode. And that was the first time. And now we've had about another 4 or 5 times where you think he's going to die and he doesn't die. And at some point, that just stops working. Like, you either got to commit. Either stop doing it or kill his ass. Because at some point, it gets tedious. I'm reaching that point. We need to resolve this crap. Now, maybe this is actually going to do it. Now, we're changing that dynamic. We're introducing new people. We have killed off one of them. So we're getting some traction. We're getting some movement. It's kind of like in chess, there's a thing, at least in computer chess. There is a thing where if the board is in the same position 3 times in a row and no pieces have been taken, then the computer calls a draw. And it's a deal where it's like, say there's 2 spots you can move. You move your bishop's here and it moves over here. Then you move back, you move over here, and you move back. And the other person kind of does the same thing. Like nothing's happening, the plot's not progressing. The computer will end the game. You and another human can be playing this. Because you take a turn and you got 48 hours. They have 48 hours to make a turn back, right? So you and your opponent can be playing this, and you two don't decide that the game's over, but the computer decides the game's over. Because nothing's happening. No pieces are being taken, and the board looks the same. So let's just end the effing game. You guys are wasting our time. That's the thing, right? That kind of feels like this. But there actually has been a couple pieces taken. You've had Haku leave, and now we have the introduction of all these other people. So it has changed. But if we had entered into this episode with, again, another fake out, again, something else stops him from dying, and we hadn't introduced a new element, I'd be tearing this show up. I'd be like, man, what the hell is going on? But introducing a new element does change things. It does reinvigorate the scene. So we'll see what happens next episode. But yeah, I'm not like, I'm teetering. The pacing is almost bad, but not yet. But I'm just imagining like what must it have felt like originally watching this when you're only getting one episode a week. That must have been brutal.